Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Twitch is being slightly strange, but okay. We seem to be alive. Yeah, let me log in. Right now, I am on Mrs Caloss2. I'm on her. Let's get to the live screen. There we go. Yeah, I'm on her character at the minute. I promised her I'd get her one of these, a Stygian Desolator, for a little keeper. I has done that now. Right, okay, so we got that. How far off are they getting it on? Two-hand wedged is required to be 431. Let's have a look. They're not that far off. Have you got any perks or anything? We can reset those two. I'm playing her tunes for her while she's in work. Social mediaing, haven't done any yet. Need to do the social mediaing. Go, there's one, and then we'll do another. Spa2112, welcome to the stream. I'm just sorting out Mrs Caloss2's tune for her. I said I would, so I am. Right, okay, we've done all the social mediaing as well. She made herself a little, well, this used to be a little Atrox. Yeah, little Atrox keeper. No, it didn't. Little Atrox enforcer. And she remade him as a little keeper because I said keepers are actually really good now. And she was like, are they? I was like, oh yeah. Nice, easy class to play, etc. Very strong. She was like, oh, okay then. Right, you can only have those three. I think I'm going to give a... Can't go any more into Reaver. I'm going to give it bioshielding. Oh, no, I'm not. Heavy infantry, I think. Okay. So now she needs a +10 to get this on. Twitch had some sort of issue with going live. Is the stream okay for you, Spa? Is it working okay? Looks okay from here. She got all her buffs running. Quickly get this sorted. Oh, she won't be able to go higher because... Yeah. Looks great. Okay, fantastic. That's what we like to hear. Right, I'm gonna log my two and give it a... I don't know if I've got a wrangle small enough, that's the only thing. No issues here in Texas. Yeah, there was some sort of alert when I tried to go on. It said, Twitch is currently experiencing problems with going live. Click go live anyway. It was like, is that a good idea? I don't know. Seems alright though. It seems to be alive. Yeah, I might have a lower something on the other one. Lower wrangle on one of my, at least one of my trader tunes. Uh, 56, 65. That looks like a... Oh, that's about the lowest I've got. Okay. And that bumped us to 478. Yay, there you go. She's now got it on. She will be pleased. Log this one off. Or actually, log that one. And log the other one back to the shade, I think. How are my American brethren over there? I'm kind of worried for Tinkering Idiot, better known as Florida Man. Seems he's all well prepared, but you know, that storm Ian is coming in, so fingers crossed and he stays safe and everything else. Alright, we'll go back. Log into myself again. Right, there we go. What's today's daily login? Oh, first aid. Don't mind if I do. Pop that on. What have we got? We now on the last one. We died horribly. No, we didn't die horribly, but we did die. We were just going to do our dailies on Saturday, and then Space Quest decided he was going to do an impromptu. Am I still rezzing? Yeah. People in Florida have much practice with storms. Well, unfortunate, but yeah, I believe so. Alright, should be able to cast it now. Nope. Not really worth using a res can at this. Or is it? Probably not. When you're nearly resed, it's like, do I really want to use one? Nah. And today's answer from display FPS or not is nah. It suddenly jumps to life when I close the program. Good job. Playing for a job. Soldier Russell, welcome to the stream. Florida man sees a storm. Hold on.
Oh my. Oh my god.
Wasn't having that. Get out of my garden. It bats it right over, doesn't it? Oh yeah. Not you. Cats are quite territorial. As has just been demonstrated. I think oh, we did finish that, yeah. I couldn't remember. Where can you offer me an elite assignment? Mantis, nice and easy. I remember, we did the wreck, then we went into the Mantis den, but I didn't think we'd finished it, but it's not there, so we must have done. Oh, mission complete. I didn't hand that in. Well done, me. Not bad though, I mean... Number of times killed by a... Number of killed by invaders 4. Oh, I suppose it doesn't count all the deaths when it's basically Space Quest then. Okay, so what was the regular daily? Black Market Bioware. Oh, let's get some bits from cyborgs. Okay. I'm going to buff this character a little bit. Says live but unstable. Is the stream okay for everybody though? It's okay, it's okay. Right, let's give ourselves a couple of fix buffs. I might just give myself RFE as well. RRFE and stuff. She couldn't connect at all. Yeah, it was being odd, but I just told it to brute force it. It kind of worked. Oh, why? What level am I now? We got to 175, which is high enough for 145, 175. Yay! Oh. Just reading this got my heart pounding. Okay. From the makers of 5 Hour Energy. Heart scrambling maniac crackhead energy now. Massive crash 3 weeks later. Big Berry 500 Hour Energy. 21 straight days of wild-eyed madness. Blackout inducing. Sugar-free. Safe for most kidneys. Made with rhinopenes, methamphetamines and poison. Oh dear Lord, don't buy that product. Yeah. Excelsior, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I've got FPS on screen number 2, but not on this one. Ah, well done, NVIDIA, with your wonder thing. Yeah. Press the right key. There we go. Yeah, we're at a lot of title locks and everything else at the moment. Yeah. Can't do the combine with the... What's it stuff? I need 1200 and something. Right, I'm going to go back one. Bump log. Give myself RFE. That'll do me for most stuff. What if I can do 2 at once? Yeah, you could watch AO and play me. You could watch me and play AO. God, speak English, man. This would be so much easier if we didn't have those stupid things when you log in. Yes, it would be massively simpler. I mean, it only does it the first time you log in, but it's still a pain in the ass. Yay, there we go. Like the cash shop immediately, and you're like, no. 20 minutes in and we've done diddly squat except res a little bit, pick up the dailies and start buffing. God, we're good. Right. And I've not actually played the character, I don't think. I might have just gone in, logged in to finish off the Man's Daily last time. If you remember, we were in the middle of it and then went off to go and do other things. Like die a lot. Yeah, everything kind of looks like in order. Right, so... Black Market Bioware, where is it? Yeah, I thought so, yeah. Out in Mort. Surprised to get this mission at this level. I thought it was more of a lower level one, but hey, not to worry. Oh, and it's not here? No. I was thinking of the other one. Sentinels. And it was on the 3rd floor. I just went to the wrong one. Not doing well. Yeah, I'm not sure about Monkey Island. I remember the original game very fondly and spending hundreds of hours trying to solve the puzzles. Because it was not pre-internet, but the internet wasn't like now. Where day one there'd be a walkthrough for like literally every puzzle in the entire game. Like back then, you maybe pick up a tip or two from friends or in a magazine or something like that. Maybe a message board somewhere. Not like now. You know, a game's released and the day after they've got, here's all the endings you can get in this game. You know, and it's not even people playing the game. It's people reverse engineering the game. Antidote, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Yeah, this is the one where you kill the cyborgs for the items they drop, and then you need a couple of the items they drop. Let's try tidying up. No, I don't want to put that in there. Maybe that. Getting the run speed nano. No, we've had that a little while. Finished that off a week or so ago, maybe? I've got it anyway, yeah. Faster than your shadow. Which, yeah, is brilliant in Shadowlands, that's for sure. Want to see some tiny fuses. Fuses used on incoming substation at work. Yay. Anti-surge. Looks like that one's been used already. Looking at the... Yeah, I would think so. Cool. Yeah, I've got that open because I'm keeping an eye on the stream because apparently, you know, Twitch is having some weird issues. So I'm keeping the stream manager open so I can see. It keeps saying my bitrate's dodgy, but I don't know why. Mize melee armor gloves. Don't need, I don't think. Boots, rather. Oh. There's another bit we need. Missed some streams due to getting a fever that lasted quite a while. Oh no! Sorry to hear that, antidote. Was it just something random, or did you catch something, or? Well, I hope you're feeling better now anyway, buddy. I didn't read the fine print on it. It's a 6,000 volt, 100 amp anti-surge fuse, so 600 kilowatt can go through it before it burns. God damn. Okay, that's the second bit, and I am going to need room. Mission to the plunge. What? Guess a cold due to me not respecting the colder weather. Yeah, I'm not sure. Isn't it the case that there's more germs around in the summer, but somehow we catch them in the winter or something bizarre? Germs don't like the cold as much as, you know what I mean? It's something to do with us adjusting to the temperature or some weirdness, I'm not sure. I think there's one other piece I need, which is like a chest thing. Mission to the plunge, what the hell was that for then? Right, so we've got disassembled human arm, disassembled human foot, disassembled human kneecap. I think that's all you need. I'm sure it's only 3 parts you need, and those are the 3. Mostly when the seasons change. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Like we go from, hey, you know, shorts and t-shirt to, oh right, that's a nice thick coat when I go out, and then we're putting the heating on. Builders are. They don't like the cold, so they take refuge in our bodies. No, I don't. Well, they're like, oh, I'm getting a bit chilly. Oh, let's go and infect someone. Yeah, but the place you work is like bonkers. For, you know, I mean, makes people like Linus Tech Tips look like amateurs. Because it's a data center you work in, isn't it? Didn't you say it was a data center? Or something? Yep, data center. I really hope it is just 3 items I need. So long since I've had that mission. Honestly. Blaster Beetles 164. I remember coming across them for the first time. Not out here either. Where the... No, before... Oh yeah, that was right. Varmint Woods. Yeah. This is new UPS room, first one. When the room is done, they start building a second one before they take down the second one they use now. Right, yeah, because you've always got to have the redundancy. Yay. I get you. Right, clear the inventory. Hand these in. See if that's enough. Mission complete. Let's try handing these in. Yep, that was it. And Oh, box of ammo, grenade launcher. Yay, thanks for that. Daily login. I need that like a hole in the head. Distress call in Broken Shores. I'd rather do the place the bomb. Yeah, the nice quick ones. Plus, the distress call in Broken Shores. You don't get any alien XP for killing the aliens. Which is annoying. But yeah, I get that, yeah. Freelancers complete. Oh, well, let's get that handed in. Changing from a lead acid battery to a Life PO4 battery that can handle much more current drain, but also can be drained down to 3% before they take damage. Well, lead acid just 50. Yeah, that's how you kill a car battery. Run it down to nothing. It's never as good again. Yeah, if you're going to take a battery out of a vehicle, or you're going to leave a vehicle for 6 months, take the battery out and put it on a battery charger. Because once it's fully charged, it'll keep it conditioned. From memory, that's an important thing to remember. Yay, receive an extra gift. What did I get? Did I get a reset token? No. What did it give me then? Oh, you already have damage of freelancers. Okay. Funny thing, we've had so many calls from solar panel owners asking if they can buy our old lead acid battery. Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah. A lot of the old leisure batteries are just that, aren't they? Well, it used to be they were leisure batteries, but increasingly they're becoming, you know, more mainstream and people using them on their houses. Uh-oh. Is that a rando crash? Why, yes it is. Good stuff. Wonder how far I've run before I get back on. This is not a cheap car battery. No. Whole of the grade of battery. It's meant for stuff like solar panel and keep up battery. Yeah, it is perfect for them, yeah. How weird. But I think that's the first time I've had a rando crash in... Yeah, all my perks are broken. I've not had a AO crash since not using my second monitor. Do you know why? Are you running in borderless or full screen mode? AO does not like if you tab in and out. If you run it in borderless mode, you can have 3-4 monitors running like I do. I actually have 3 running. That's how I can read the chat and play. And look at memes. Do I want to log out? I think I do. I want to log out before I go back in. Because of broken perks. Especially on the new engine. If you're in full screen mode... excuse me. If you're in full screen mode, then AO will almost always crash when you Alt-Tab out. So... Now let's log back. Yeah, I updated to the latest NVIDIA drivers because I found a way to get the image sharpening back. Little reg edit You only have to set one key to 0 and then you get the older version of the image sharpening thing. So now, when I open... Can I do it? Yeah, if you're going to tab out, you want to run borderless. Right, so here we go. System info. So driver 516.94. And then I'm going to manage 3D, program settings, and after one little reg edit. There you go. You get the old version back. Oh, to do it, you just... I'll show you. If you Google it, you'll probably find it, but... So, reg edit. And the string is... there you go. So, H key, local machine, system, current control set, services, all the way down. And then NVLDDMKM, then FTS. I forget which one it is now. I thought it'd be highlighted because I went there before, but yeah. It's one of these numbers here. They're on the newer card. Yeah, that's why I went with it. It ran okay on 497 drivers, which I ran on because that was the last iteration that had the sharpening. But yeah, you just come in and change one thing in here. I think it's that one. See, the data's set to 0, all the others are set to 1. And that's the one I changed. And so you just change it from 1. Enable GR535. Just change the value data to 0. And you get the old sharpening back. Instead of the image scaling thing. Unless you want the image scaling thing, then don't do it. So yeah. Well, now my bitrate is excellent, apparently. Weird. Now, this is a 30 series, so... wonder if 30 series users are going to get the new DLSS 3 not, or will be stuck on 2. I don't know. Started on Rabs still. I'm betting they've just done Rabs. The minute they said it'll be yeah, it's like an AI thing, isn't it? So it's injecting frames based on AI image. That's going to introduce latency, though. I'm sure of it. I'm sure that's going to be the case. I mean, you know, it'd have to be, wouldn't it? Finding people to get Sector 7 weapons sure is hard these days. Yeah. It's usually someone with a twink farming it. Sending pet after pet in. Yeah, predicting the frames before they happen. I mean, a game like this, like an RPG or something, yeah, maybe, but I think as soon as you go to like a live FPS shooter or something, I can't see that being a good idea. Even, I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it works. We don't know, we've not seen it in action, have we? So the more you play the game, the faster it can re-render the next... Yeah, I suppose. Where's it storing all that information? There's got to be yeah, frames for nothing is hard to believe. Maybe they've got some sort of system. It does work, but I'll wait until someone like Gamers Nexus has got their hands on it and explain exactly what's going on. They'll deep dive it with like uber nerds. Probably catch or build into the video memory. Yeah, with the amount of video memory they're putting on them, possibly they can do it. I don't know. Zizon, welcome to the stream. How are you? Are you well? Now everything's fair in there. Okay. Starting a new working from home position this week. I've been doing all the training during the day, so I'm a bit more tuckered out in the evening because I'm learning new things, so that always kind of makes your brain more tired. But we'll be okay, I think. Keeps work interesting. Yeah, it should be. It's only like short hour contract to fit in around what Mrs Caloss2 does and what I already do. But I thought it'd be pretty cool if I could get on that and then should kind of balance out, because I can't work hours where or not be available when she needs me to fetch and take her places, and the same with number one son for the next 2 years. So I think if he does sign up, then it's going to be a lot easier to figure something out. Yeah, I should do. I get a lot less. I used to get quite a lot of guitar servicing and, you know, amp and PA sort of stuff. But then over the lockdowns and stuff, all these people, sadly, a lot of them quit going out and performing. So, of course, they didn't need their gear fixing. So if they're not going out and doing it, I saw a lot of them just give up and sell their stuff. Just trying to get through the lockdowns, which was, you know, kind of a shame. But it also meant that the people I regularly did work for just weren't looking for the work, didn't need the service anymore. So it does have a knock-on effect. Damn, I was trying to do the sneaky uppy. Didn't work. Yeah, it is. You got to adapt. Like, you know, nothing, no jobs forever. You know, that kind of thing, so. I mean, you can be in a job 20 years and then all of a sudden, boom. You know, the firm you work for just closes up, or, you know, it's like that. There's no such thing as a job for life anymore. There's virtually no restrictions anymore. I don't even think I think maybe you've got to wear a mask on buses, that's about it though. Buses and flights, and I think all of that's going sort of end of this month. It's like a lot of places just forgotten it ever happened, you know.
Touchy.
Well, you invited the dog. I didn't want to close that. There we go. I wanted to keep that open so I could see what the hell was going on. Yeah, I think most of the restrictions had gone before June, really. Gonna ding, gonna ding. That's a point. Have I got? No, I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I'm not running. XP can. Oh, we got that as well. I shall kill it. Yeah, there's almost none, and I think even the Canadian ones end 30th of September. You have to wear a mask on flights and stuff. I think theirs go. I think they had some of the strongest protections. Yeah, recommended sort of thing. Yeah. I mean, if I see a sign up saying masks recommended, I would just wear one. I've nearly always got one in a jacket somewhere, you know, or whatever. I always take one out with me, especially where we live. You see, because you're suddenly, you know, you're minding your own business here, but then you walk into a supermarket and it's full of people that have come in from out of town, and you're like, ooh, brought foreign germs with you, have you? So yeah, just trying to take it easy. Like in a hospital, I would wear one just out of well, respect for other people, basically. You know, they're in there sick already. You know, and for all I know, I'm an immune carrier, or an asymptomatic carrier, and yeah, and I'm just going around breathing it all over them. So you know. It's going to be funny in 20 years and find an old jacket, pick up the mask and chuckle a bit before you put on that full hazmat suit to go outside, yeah. You wear them everywhere indoors. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good thing. I think that's a responsible thing to do. Oh yeah, they can't sneak, so... Yeah, I mean, if you go to Japan, even pre-COVID, right, and you go somewhere like Japan, and you get on a tube, nearly everyone's wearing a mask. Because, you know, they don't want to get sick. They don't want to make other people sick, you know. It's just normal for them. I mean, I remember when I moved to London and started using public transport down there. Yeah, in Japan it's mostly not getting others sick. Yeah, there's a much stronger sense of a civic duty, you know, compared to a lot of other places around the world. Yeah, I mean, this is just the way I think anyway, you know, it's like, I would rather not get other people sick. That's most of the reason that I wore it. I was pretty convinced that I'd already had caught it early on, like the very beginning of 2020. Because there was like, some visitors were staying at the hotel from the Far East, where Mrs Caloss2 works, and everyone in the hotel got sick that works there, you know, with like a heavy cold stroke flu, you know, and different people with different levels of ill, and I got it, my son got it, her mum and dad got it, you know, before it was even really in the news, over here at least. And we were going, oh, I wonder if we've caught that, you know, and we were like, oh, don't say that. But it went on for like, you know, a good 5 days of really feeling bad. And then it just went away. And then I wasn't sick at all. I didn't feel sick. The next time I felt sick was on the booster jab. That was it. And that was only that was just symptomatic. I wasn't actually ill, you know. The body was just reacting to it, and it was very familiar. So I'm almost convinced I caught it then, and I've just sort of basically been immune since. Or asymptomatic. So when I get it again, it's just like the immune system goes, oh, that thing, yeah, okay. Might feel tired for an afternoon and then feel fine, you know, later on. But that doesn't mean I'm not breathing it on everybody, so out of a sense of civic duty and respect for, you know, my fellow human, wear a mask. It's no big deal. The booster jab made me feel hungover. That was not fair because I had no drink the day before, I know. I mean, I like a drink most evenings. I will have a small drink, but not enough to feel rough in the morning because I hate feeling rough the next day. So I'll have maybe 1 or 2 beers. That's it. You know, while I'm watching TV or a movie or something like that. Queen's looking perfect in the new engine, of course. She's as beautiful as ever. Yes, the Mantis Queen is a big wild splodge of what the fluff. Right, so now we need the thing I dread getting the most, the Penumbra Doja. There we go. What have we got here? Loot. Sexy full plate bikini plus 3 def plus 12 sexy. Stats be damned, I'll not be wearing this. I respect that. Check out my new gear, guys. I love it. She's like, but I will. I love that. That was pretty cool. At least in Anarchy Online, we can say whatever the armor is, it's the same on everyone. Like, sexy Atrox Shade has the exact same armor as a sexy female Shade. There is no difference in the armor, just the way it gets pushed out. That's the only difference. Oh, lost our reflect and grid space, but hey. Right, we're going to run to Penumbra. I've still got the rest of the Penumbra quest to do. And another one while I go out for a smoke. Okay. Do I rehome the child or the dog? Even this goofy expression matches these stupid eyebrows. Both he and my child think it's hilarious. I've got to walk him in public like this. The way they're like just slightly off just makes it even better. I just walk the dog and go, kids, huh? Just, you know, take it on the chin. That's pretty good, though. I think I have seen it before, but yeah, it's funny. The way his perfectly sexy cheeks are just poking through the water there. He's a sexy beast of a shade, this guy. Yes, he is. Well, is it 190 Title 6 to be able to roll missions in Inferno, isn't it? Have I got that wrong? I is not sure. What are Medi-Blades? Are they... I'm pretty sure that... Oh, there's no... Well, there isn't a level up, but they are hard to get on, this level. Those are Atrox safety cushions to stay afloat. Yep, that's the one. Atrox safety cushions. Have I got the ring? I've got the ring. I just can't get enough complet to convert the pen glasses into a ring, which I find annoying. Yeah, it's always the worst, this. Penumbra Doja. Worse than all the other Dojas to get. Especially by the time you're level 204. Then it's like, oh my god. I need to get out of having to come here. Because just about everything has turned grey and is running away from you and healing when you're trying to farm it. At which point I've been known to log one of my NTs and just kaboom kaboom a bunch of the mobs, like the demons of water or whatever. And as soon as I find one, just have the other two ready to run and loot it. I checked on, it wasn't the last stream, but maybe the stream, no, the one before that even. So like the last Friday stream, it was over an hour looking for a Doja in Penumbra. And I've already got the next one for Inferno, but I obviously can't hand it in yet. And we've got the Dark Ruins to get done. That's always quite good fun, though. Oh, excuse me. That's why I set myself 30-minute time limit. For God's sake, start at 0. Okay, we'll have a look at the meme in a moment. Yoto's goggles. Yeah, I've got the bits to make them into a ring, but it takes 1250 in comp lit to do it. Kind of a pain. If anyone's got a big toon and they're not busy, we could do the rest of the Penumbra quest line as well. That's also a thing. What's the meme? Okay. There's an Indian woman. I can confirm that too much of my time is spent hiding behind a rock, praying the terrifying gang of international giant ladies and their Latvian general don't find me. Latvia, Australia, Scotland, Peru, South Africa, India. That scale is slightly skewed. 5'5" and like 5'4" is not that big a difference when in proportion to the overall body length. The head is, do you know what I'm saying? Like let's imagine that this person is 5'5". Okay, a person that's an inch shorter would not be up to their neck. They would be like there in proportion to the overall height. So that's a vastly skewed. I mean, it's funny, but it's, yeah, it's really, really skewed. Right, light. Turn global light off, and it actually gets better at night here. And then to make it more interesting, let's ray trace. Start it at 449 by that. Yeah, it's the proportion of the images is not in. It doesn't match the data set. Basically. That's why I like measuring. Well, not even just that. Just that the images of that are representing people are just way off. You know. So the measurement of the inch in proportion. So if you look at that image again, to make that an accurate representation, okay, these need to be much closer together. If that's someone that's 5'5", 1 inch below 5'5" is not there. That's like most of a foot lower. You see what I'm saying? Right, I'm 6'1", right? So here's an inch. Okay, there's 1 inch. So 1 inch lower from the top above me is like not that much, is it? That's what I'm saying. The scale of the you know, the like toilet lady image figures is just way off in relation. Like the scale here in relation to the proportions of the figures representing here is just completely wrong. Gamble 111111111. Welcome to the stream. How the devil are you, sir? How you doing, buddy? Any word on the medicals? I know they'd sent you home. Have they figured out what they're going to do with you, or? I mean, if I was you, it was like, well, maybe they'll put me out to stud, you know. That's what I'd be hoping for. No, all a waiting game now, right? It's one of them. Someone's been through here clearing house. 6'0.44" would be my height translated in centimeters. That looks stupid. Well, it wouldn't be translated in decimal places. .4 of an inch. I'd just round up and say 6'1", and then just, you know, 1.84 looks better. Yeah, and what am I, 185? Something like that. Yeah, it's just the proportion, you know, the sliding scale in relation to the image. If that's an inch, well, that's about an inch there. That's my little finger's just over 3 inches, right? So even if someone was 3 inches shorter than me, right, then they'd still come up to my ear. You know what I mean? Raznar, welcome to the stream. How's it going? It's going okay. I'm looking for a volunteer, though. A volunteer to help me do some of the stages in the pen quest. Like, 2-time Mahoney, or Maloney, whatever his name is, and the... what's it called? Tarpaulin or something? In the... yeah. Tapalonian or whatever his name is in the middle. So I don't think I can solo him. If I had my account active, I would love to come with you. I appreciate it, thank you. I've really been there and have no key, but could run from him. You don't have to, antidote. Someone can get here like easy peasy sort of thing. But they might not want it, they might be like, nah, I'm just chilling out watching you. I get it, it's cool. But you could, yeah. Any 220 would completely own him, that's for sure. In fact, he'd just be a green mob with quite a long HP bar, but that's about it. He wouldn't really hit you. Have you never done the Penumbra quest, Antidote? I'm sure you want it, don't you, on NT? Because you get like a unique item. Or a unique nano or something. Can't remember what. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Crud has reached enlightenment. Congratulations, Crud. Is it worth it to do daily missions at your current level? It's worth it at every level. Already done them. Done today's. Already completed. And the Freelancers Inc. handed in. So. But yeah, it's worth doing daily missions because they scale with your level. So yeah, even at 220 I do them because you get a massive chunk of research. Yeah, any level is a good level for daily missions, basically. No, they're still worth doing at 220, Siljar, because you've still got research to finish. You get the XP when you hand it in anyway. You know, well, you get the research XP and you get a big, you know, reward on that. Tried running OBS Studio today. Yeah, it's a Twitch side thing, it's not OBS. I just brute forced it and said just connect anyway. Which you shouldn't really do, but it worked and we're on, so... I would try again now because it was coming up with bitrate errors and stuff like that, but the stream seemed fine. It was just the communication back between OBS and Twitch. But it still let me connect. You just click on start streaming regardless of the error. It would probably still connect you. It did for me anyway. Status on Twitch. Let's have a look. Twitch is always live except for when it's not. We continue to work. Identified video broadcasting issues 28th at 1946 UTC, which was like 5 or 6 minutes ago. So yeah, it's a Twitch thing. Unable to make purchases, cheer with bits. Yeah, possibly. Might affect that, but it's managed to let me come on. But yeah, it's showing up here. Bit rate's okay, etc., you know. Wouldn't expect a quick fix when it's Twitch engineers working on it. I'll allow the swear, because I like you. There you go. Like every time Twitch made a new function, looked up something else. It sounds like YouTube. Sounds like every tech company on the planet. Yeah, you may well still connect though. The drop rate in Penumbra is broken. Sorry, but it is, and I hate Penumbra. Just want to get the quest done and get out of it. It's a shame, really, because as a playfield to run around and do stuff in, it's slightly dull, but also quite pretty with a few tweaks. On my way from Marsh's viewpoint, I'll shoot. Oh, actually, if I'm going to do more of the quest, I'll take the token and save here. There's also the end for this quest is to do a lapper, but ideally you want a team for that. So. But for two-time Maloney and the tarpaulin guy, yeah, just one, any 220 could do it Probably even like a level 200 could. Just on this character at the moment, he's not quite strong enough. Oh, to get the pet. Yeah, well, if you're... I can't remember what class gets what. I know with Shade you get the sleeve that you never actually wear, but you keep in your inventory, and it acts like bio shielding when you click it. So it's a good cooldown. And then for Krat, you get your second summon pet instead of a charm pet. So you get Carlita. Keeper, you get a weapon, which is kind of crap when you get it, but when you upgrade it, is actually pretty good. But yeah, if you've got a higher level character, the quest is pretty easy, except for there's a couple of stages you might stumble on. Like, you can solo a lapper, but it's difficult. And it's only really difficult because of walking back with the... What was it? Well, I can't think of her name. Sheila or something? When you're walking back with her, she just aggroes everything and gets herself killed. That's the only thing that's actually difficult about soloing that quest. So unless you've got like Mongo or a heal pet, it can be quite difficult. If you get the heal pet on her, she's okay, and you know, that kind of thing. My MP has one of those heal pet things, yeah. I mean, there's some fairly big mobs to fight in there, but like the final one is quite high level, but not impossible. But with the team, the whole thing is designed around being in there with the team, so as a shock to no one, it's quite a bit easier. Vortex Voids, you can drop them as well. When you follow the game rules. Yeah, heal pet on Sheila can because the thing is, if she dies, you instantly die and the whole playfield resets, which means you got to redo the quest again. Kind of a bummer. Yay for sneak. Run up and sneak. It still works. Oh, we got a few hits in there, didn't he? As a plan, why don't you use, you know, Acrobat and your other perks to survive, you numpty? Yeah, if you run down the east side of Penumbra, I'll meet you and then we'll head in. I'll have to blitz past everything because it'll follow me, but it'll probably ignore you. 220, I think that everything's grey except the boss. Wait, I take a using AO sharp handler. No. I wouldn't touch AO sharp with the barge pole. Too many people use it to cheat. And I'm not interested in doing that. So no. I see you running past. There's antidote. I'm just behind you. Yeah, I do not use that software. Too many people exploit with it, so I've no interest in having it on my PC. Because sooner or later, Funcom are going to use a punk buster or similar. And anyone caught using it, bye-bye. I don't want to be one of them. Okay, the unread don't hate me yet. Need to work on my faction before 200 then. Right, before we start, just wait here. Right, so. It's not an NT. I know, sorry. My God, it's dark in here. How about Rubicar light, maybe? That's just ridiculous. Let's turn off global, and for everyone on the stream that can't see a goddamn thing. There you go. With double the brightness for now. Right, so from here, you can see on my map, we're going to run down to the middle and then run down there. That's the guy you need to kill. I'm going to carry on running and hide. Calm in the way. Yeah, I could try. Some of them won't calm though. I mean, I can sneak down. But it's slow. Anyway, Anarchy, welcome to the stream anyway, dude. But yeah, no, I've never touched AO Sharp and I never would, so. What made you think I was using it anyway? I don't know if I'm successfully calming or not. Yeah, that guy won't calm. He's a named, like, boss type mob, he won't calm. We're going down here, by the way. He'll follow when you can kill him at the bottom, I guess. And the guy we want should be in the middle somewhere. There's the guy. Orange, lot of HP. Not sure I could handle him. Because he won't talk to me. Talk to me, my dude. So he doesn't. The quest tells you to talk to him, but you can't. Yeah, someone made a suggestion. Oh, we should just no longer support the old engine on the servers, and I was like, whoever makes that AO Sharp stuff will just modify the software so it does work on the new engine. Best thing by having a day off, I see error tickets come in and they get dealt with without needing to do anything. Someone else's problem. Yay. Right, the next time I'll need help is a few stages from now, I think, which is two-time Mahoney. Do you know where he is? He's near where you came in from Inferno. So hang on. I'll show you, but I won't be ready for him for a little while. Zoom out one. Right, okay, so there's Ergo. So you ran in and there's like this little fortress there. He's just inside it. If I zoom in, he's marked on the map. So you have to kind of come in through the side here, go round and get in that way. How are you getting your perks firing off without clicking them? You got one of those fancy gaming keys. No. Show you exactly how I do it. It is a intrinsical part of the game. So there's your active bar 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, and then you can activate with shift. But further down, bar 1, slot 1, nothing assigned. Then bar 2, slot 1, 2, 3, 4, so all of totemic rights on here, yeah, is all of that is assigned to G, and then bar 3 from there to there is assigned to B. That's been part of the game since 2001. And if you need an instructional video, I'll show you how to find out. So if you type in are your hot bars, oh yeah, are you your hot bars correctly? There you go.
A screw fix unbeatable.
No.
Value means locking hundreds of prices.
Pause means pause, not carry on playing your bloody advert. There you go. When did I make that? 9th of June, 2015. I made that video. Talk about self-advertising. Damn straight self-advertising. So if you want a slower, quick walkthrough. Right, I'm going to blitz my way out. And I'm going to go talk to the dude on the other side, the Yutto, and carry on with the quest. I can't remember what comes next, but I'm sure he'll tell me. I think it's where I have to do a hell of a lot of running to all the different statues. It might be sending me to Shivering Pete. I can't remember. If it is, then I'll need you sooner rather than later. Now we got another funny from Siljar Russell. Oh, I've seen that. Yeah. I think you shared that last time. Cat seems pretty okay with all that. I think I shared it on Discord at some point. Yeah, probably. Right. Global light off. And yeah, someone else thought I had some cool software or something, but no, it's part of the game. Always has been. I remember doing it back in, or just trying. I remember, yeah, thinking I wanted to do that. God, I can't remember when, but you know, right back in the day kind of deal, you know? But yeah, you've always been able to do that. That's just part of the game. It's not very well explained. Most of the games you cannot do that. But it makes accessibility so much better for people. You know, someone's got, you know, physical limitations and using more than 2 keys is problematic. They can. You know, without any specialist equipment, it's just built right in. Any keyboard will work, you know. You could assign them all to a mouse button if you wanted. You know, and play your character that way. AO, you see. 20 years ahead of its time. I don't think he will bother you for a while. But if I could, I want to get going. One whose mind is riddled. I wish I'd known this. Not shared. When you have a great time with the present, but it was not for you. It's dejected face. You're gonna have to get another one now. Oh, look at him, like the disappointment. Oh, you love me, you buy me present. Present, good. Me like present. Not for me. Oh, bless him. Oh, dear. One more book and we'll be ready to hand in Spec 4. Although I think you've got to be Title 6 to hand in Spec 4, haven't you? If I remember right. I can't remember. At least Title Level 5, which we are, so we're probably okay there. Is it Title 5? Ah, well, there you go. It's not so bad. Your cat would be more interested in the cardboard. This is true. Cats do have an affinity for boxes. Even, you know, the big cats like lions, tigers, and all of them. In fact, you put a big. They did it, didn't they? Or it was. I think it's only if they're in captivity they do it. Because they tried it at a zoo, they put a large cardboard box. Oh no, even completely wild ones will do it. I remember now, yeah. They thought it was something to do with being in captivity because they put a box in a lion's cage and they did the same thing with it that a regular cat would do, except they broke it a lot faster. And they thought it was maybe something to do with captivity, but probably not. Because then they put a big cardboard box out on a savannah. And sure enough, put a camera watching it, sure enough, first lion that found it climbed in it. I think it was Title 6 before the Penumbra quest, but got changed after. Oh yeah, maybe. One whose mind is riddled. I think this is the big running one. In other words, you're running all round. With the White Citadel. But sure, don't give me any, you know, like map markers for it. Good job I've got a rough idea where they are. At the very least. Okay, this should go fairly well. It's just long-winded, that's the only problem with it. We'll find out when we try and hand it in later. Now we've got to find the way in proper. How much airtime am I getting? Just about enough for a bit of a big old leap. Yeah. Yeah, turn off global illumination and switch on ray tracing and everything looks really cool. This is one of those areas where switching on the ray tracing plugin is pretty nice. Seems to work well here than most other places. Oh no, you don't start here, you start... Oh, I'm a numpty. The White Citadel is the unredeemed area. But you finish here, you not start here. I'm a doofus. This should be the White Citadel, not the other place. But it ain't. No, no, no. Ugh. Fail. Oh, Ian hit land in Florida and nearly 1 million is without power. Oh my God. That's bonkers. We've still got... I'm just keeping half an eye out on our guy, Florida man. Somebody messaged me on Discord and I didn't see. Quickest way that is actually probably running from Sorrow. Let's get the Inferno boots on then. And another cup of tea before we get going, I think. So while I do that, I will leave you with the intermission. I will be back. And I'm back. How are we all doing? Same time, Florida. Ooh. Yeah, that's kind of rough. Why would you try and get out on the pier? Is this 8 hours ago? So it's not even, this isn't even it coming in. Why the hell would you try and... in shorts and... well, they decide, yeah, you know, I think, yeah, bad idea. Some people just got no respect for nature. It's like there's no idea how much danger they're in there. Yeah, some people are... social media, yeah, maybe. But yeah, that is kind of really dumb, doing that. Oof, lava boots on. That could have been funny. Yes, apart from my failure to make the jump, we're back. If you are in Florida, please, please, please take the advice of the authorities and, you know, get to safety. You know, the advice is there for your own benefit. Please take it, you know. Actually put some sugar in this cup of tea. Something I haven't done for about 5 years. I just thought, I need a bit of a pick-me-up, a bit of energy. That said, if I ever drink soft drink, you know, like Sprite or something like that, I'll always get the sugared one. Do not want the saccharin or whatever, the aspartame or God knows what sweetener in it. No thanks. I know what sugar is, where it comes from, and what and how it affects me. What's this? Say, isn't that the Grim Reaper? Mr. Death, are you having a good vacation? Vacation? Yeah, that's straight out of Meaning of Life. They did that gag. I switched to mainly tap water for a few months now. Yeah, if you've got good... I mean, our tap water in the UK is generally very good. And where we are, it's excellent. Yeah, I used to have tea with 2 sugars in it. And we ran out of sugar one day. Late at night kind of thing. I was like, oh, I'll have to make it without now. So I made it without. And was like, ooh, it tastes really bitter. And then by the 2nd or 3rd cup that evening, I was like, it tastes normal again now. All right. And then just never bought sugar again. I mean, we've bought sugar since, but Mrs Caloss2 does baking and such, so mostly it's just that. It's not, like, we used to have, like, you know, jar of coffee, jar with tea bags in it, jar with sugar in it. Now we don't, we just have the one. The only time I buy water is when I need a bottle with those cork that you can pull. Oh yeah, can open and shut. Yeah, if I'm out somewhere on a hot day, a bottle of water, it's not a bad idea. Stay hydrated, you know. No, I just put 1 spoon of sugar in it. Teaspoon, not tablespoon. Teaspoon of sugar in it, just so I'd have a little bit more energy for the rest of the stream. But yeah, it's amazing when you do stop having sugar in drinks, how quickly you notice the sweetness in a lot of other stuff is quite elevated. Like, after a couple of days, you notice that milk actually tastes sweet. So I'm not doing it for the taste, I'm doing it just so I've got a bit of cheap energy. That's it, that's all it is. Fennel honey. Yeah, honey's good. That's not sugar, that's fructose, not glucose based. But yeah, I used to have honey in tea as well when I could afford it. Manuka honey in your tea. Some people believe it's the font of all, it's the fountain of youth, Manuka honey. I'm not quite convinced that's true, but it is nice. Some reason I got some chocolate always in my office drawer just when I need a little bit of energy. Yeah, well, that's mainly why chocolate became popular during the Second World War. It was a, you know, quick and easy and often tasty source of energy. There's a famous bar of, like, basically pure sugar that's minted called Kendall's Mint Cake, which is essentially just a bar of sugar. That's it, you know. It's sugar and mint flavouring, and it's sold in most sort of climbing places like that, you know. So if you're heading up a mountain somewhere in North Wales, and there's like a local shop, they'll probably sell it. But they wouldn't sell it at the newsagents on the coast, you know? You go to most Outward Bounds places, you know, the ones that sell fleeces and hiking gear, all that kind of stuff. They almost always have it there. It's like emergency energy, basically. I've had some and it's like, God almighty, you know, it's just, it's like they've got sugar, like table sugar, let it get wet, and just before it turns into one, you know, like solid lump, they crunch it up slightly and let it goo together and then add mint or something to it. So you can actually just bite off small pieces. But it is bonkers stuff. Kendall's mint cake. Look at it. You Google that. Okay, daily's done on MA. I'm off to poke the wife. Charming. Feeling better then, Gamel. 11111. Enjoy the after your dailies. For dinner, you know what that means. Don't give me any of that. Poke the wife for dinner. Yeah, right. Because everyone says that. That's a common phrase, yeah. New tablets. Yeah. They're not small blue ones, are they? Bless you, Gamel. Have fun tonight, whatever you're doing. Target, then talk. There we go. I did see this happening even before it happening, and I think most of you do. You see it, it's going to happen before it does. Yep. If you've got no way of stopping yourself from tipping, yeah, you're just going to tip over. Bless him, he thought he'd come up with a really cool idea there, didn't he? There's a kid that didn't make rope swings and stuff. There is no fixing stupid. Well, I don't want to be mean and call him stupid. I'm just someone that's never even been been in a situation where you would need to do anything like that. And figured, yeah, this is going to work. That's someone that's never climbed up a rope. I'm in elevator now, yeah. But I know what you're saying, yeah, I absolutely saw that was going to happen as soon as he started. The only way he could have made that work is the rope that's attached to the bucket, you'd have to have that inside your arms. That's the only way you could do that and not end up upside down. Because as soon as you lift, unless you've got incredible balance, you're going over. Because you've got nothing to stop the tilt. Is it just me, or do the Yutto sound like small bears in Star Wars Return of the Jedi? Or Ewoks? Yeah, a little bit, actually. Yeah. It has been said before, I'll be honest, but yeah, it does. Someone said that their speech is actually a song that someone sings that was like a famous pop hit, you know, years and years and years ago. And they've just sped it up so it sounds the way it does. Well, I'm not convinced, if I'm honest, that that is the case. Can I get out of here? Nope, I'm gonna have to fight him. Hellgear, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How are you doing, Hellgear? You okay? Nope, south. South. We're going the wrong way. We need to save in Penumbra as well. Whoop. I hope our Florida man, or tinkering idiot as he now is okay. If you're saying like nearly 1 million people without power already. Oof. I know it when it hit further south it had a similar effect. It knocked out all the power, etc. That's scary if you're on a ventilator at a hospital or something like that, isn't it? You think about it for a second. It's not just, no, it's alright, just get the torches out. Say you're antisocial without saying you're antisocial. Neighbour said hi again, I'm just going to move. Yeah. Yeah, most hospitals have got emergency generators, God, I hope so. Right, I'm pretty sure the next one is on that sort of funny islandy bit. Had you played them? Played what? Racked? No. I don't think I've played it because I don't know what it is. Still need a Doja, so might as well kill a Doja dropping NPC. And yeah, I don't know what that is, so I'm guessing no. I've never played it because I don't know what it is. What's the genius on those? Those generators can be started up and run before even power has to go, yeah. As all the lights and none of the emergency stuff go on line in the room, the important stuff are on the other line so that the power can go and they just lose some lights at places. Yeah, they're, you know, they're emergency sort of thing, aren't they? So, right, it's the north side we want to go. Oh, the best damage dumper. I never use one. I use AOIA, reshade, things like that, but that's about it for me. Don't even use Mission Buddy or Click Saver or know plenty of people who do, and they're, you know, they're fairly benign things, but I don't actually use them myself. So yeah, someone thought I was using AO Sharp earlier on because I was firing perks without clicking on them. Let me explain the key binding system of AO. And they're like, oh my god. I hadn't realised you could do that. I did make a video about it, but it's like 5 years ago now, so 7 years ago now. I just assumed everybody played like that, you know? You could bind every single action in the game to one singular key if you wanted to. Like all the perk attacks on the Shade, I've got the healing ones I usually assign to G, and all the others I assign to B, and then the ones that work from behind or are like a sneak attack I assign to V. And it feels very comfy to use them all. Atrox is one. Oh, it's a damage dumper, is it? I used them in SOTA, but you had to have it in SOTA. It was like you had to have a damage dumper running because you were in a raiding guild. And if you wanted to, you know, ensure your healing or your DPS was strong enough, they wanted it, you know, they wanted you running it. So... oh, it's a game! Let's have a look. No, Atrox or something. Please enter a valid date. Oh, fuck off. So what is it? It's interesting. Came out in release date 2001. By the Eidos Anthology. Yours for only $269. God almighty. That's scary. So it came out around the same time as Anarchy Online then. Is it single player or? I might give that a go actually. Yeah. Came out 2 days after AO. It's a single player. I might try it, yeah. Not right now, but like I might, you know, in future I may try it. Right now we're doing Anarchy Online. So, you know. It is so hardcore. Eidos, that they were the original people to release God, it is just too much on the new engine. Global light off. There we go. Yeah, they released the original Deus Ex. I remember. I've still got the box for that, you know. I think it's in the garden shed, though. It's probably mouldy by now. I checked played on my first character. I still have left over 1k hours in that game. I don't really count hours. I count days or years on mine. I'll show you. I can show you on this stream so you know I'm not BSing you. Oh, 1k days. Yeah, overall on Anarchy I would say that I've got at least that. I've got like 300 and plus 400 days on most of my older characters already. Millenniums in AO, not just days. Yeah, it is kind of bonkers. Where's the next thing? Blue Power is played. 1,306 days. Yeah, sounds about right. If I added all the hours together from all the characters I've got, it would at least be that, yeah. Actual years of life spent on Rubica. It's kind of bonkers, isn't it? About 700 hours AFK. None of mine, no. I was never one for, you know, just AFK and anything. Trying to remember where the next memorial is. There's one there. I know there's one sort of tucked in behind a hill somewhere. I know I could go on AOU and just grab the marker. I should probably do that. Would make life a bit quicker. Or make this quest a bit shorter, but... yeah, that's it. He's by the crashed ship. Yeah, you found the right one. If I'd have all the gaming together, I'd probably end up with 10 plus years. It is scary, but yeah, probably. Especially in the first 5 or 6 years of AO. My God, I used to hammer how long I was online. I think the next memorial now is the one we went to mistakenly at the very beginning. I am not a smirt. No, I'm not. We can try it afterwards, actually. I can log in each character and we'll add up how many days played are on all of them. It's a lot, though, I know that. I did it once, I'm sure it was like a... I got so far and went, I don't want to know. No, I don't want to know. You know, it got that high. It's like, yeah, no, I don't want to know. It's done now, you can't change it, can't take it back. Maybe just call it a day. Then someone else said, yeah, but you know, you break down those hours at even minimum wage. How much money would you have now? I don't say things like that. Right, I'm pretty sure this is the last guy we need for this. So we'll talk to him. And then we should be cool, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't miss any. And then we return to the other Yotta. Yeah, I mean, how much have I got on here? Won't be much on this character, he's brand new. Yeah, 2 days, 16 hours, 53 minutes, and this tune was only born September 2nd, so not that long ago. Was that in 3 years since the release of Apex Legends? I spent 5,000 hours in that game already. Wow. That does sound a lot. I've not played it, so I don't know what the kind of game cycle is. I played Warframe for a bit, about a year. I don't know how many hours I got in that, but it was really good. About 2017 was probably the golden time to play Warframe. And then 2019 onwards, it kind of went a bit, don't know. What they did was they started introducing mechanics that really they were just designed to force you to the platinum store and spend real money in the game. And they kept changing various mechanics and stats and stuff too often for me. Like I'd spend like a week just getting a certain weapon built or whatever, and then they just pull the rug out and go, oh, we've changed it all completely. Now it's next to useless. I've gone too far. So the weapon you spent all the time and effort, getting working, you just end up being, oh, this is now a crap weapon. Kill a couple of these while we're running this way. Corscope, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. How are you doing? Oh, is this the storm? Let me have a look before I do it. Oh, okay. Hurricane wind scale. Cat 1. Cat 2. Cat 3. Cat 4. Oh my god. Flying cat. Doing great. You love Penumbra. I do. With a couple of graphics tweaks, it's pretty nice. That image was posted by our Florida man on Discord. I'm glad to see he's maintained his level of humour. Now, this is with global lighting disabled and Quint's ray tracing on. So the ice is now transparent, which I kind of like. Kind of cool. Cool in Penumbra. Ba-boom. That was actually unintentional, but yeah, it is pretty awesome. Yeah, when you've got in the new engine, when you come to Penumbra, it's just so overly bright. It like hurts your eyes looking at your monitor, Goretti, Carl, should I register so I can chat in your stream? Register? Well, make a Twitch account. I'll make one anyway. Twitch is awesome. Okay, we got an ad I didn't want, but okay. Yeah, don't make one for me. Just make one because Twitch is pretty awesome. It's as good as the people that are on it, and there's a lot of awesome people on it. So yeah, definitely make a Twitch account. Why not? There we go. Now these are the kind of the last bunch of mobs that you can actually get Dojas off at higher levels and not have them run away. Are there any particular tweaks to make the new engine a little more stable? Yep. There you go. Scholar, you're very welcome. Yeah, I can't make it more stable than I have it because I'm an end user. I'm not any kind of game dev. I haven't got access. I can't alter the code of the game or the game engine, graphic engine, to fix anything, you know. But I can do what I can to sort of make things work. The video is NVIDIA centric, but it's because I don't have, like, if I had an AMD card, I might, you know, start fiddling and eventually figure out a way to get it running better on that kind of card, so. If you're ever looking for an AO lookalike game, try out cyclonex.mat. No, free to play. I might, yeah. I mean, I'm quite happy just playing Anarchy online, if you know what I mean, so. Every other MMO I've ever tried, it's sort of like, I think I judge it on what I like about AO, and if it hasn't got that, it kind of leaves me a bit cold. Which is probably the wrong attitude, but it's okay. Yeah, I think the market share, most people do use NVIDIA cards. Depends what AMD are going to release this year, and then Intel are saying, oh, the art card's going to be awesome, but it's been a bit wobbly. But, you know, I'm prepared to sort of kind of go, well, yeah, but you know, it's very early days on that, but it's not early days for Intel and software. You know, and apparently the drivers and whatnot are just diabolical. So I'll have a look now. I'll kill this and then I'll look at the link. I mean, there are some areas that I'll never be able to fix. Only a dev could do it. Like Rome Red, you know, is one of those areas. Like every time I go there on the new engine, I crash, almost guaranteed. Okay, let's have a look. Cyclone. Got better looking water than AO. Okay. Iberia level 20 to 30. Yeah, it's got some of it does look quite sort of Anarchy Online-ish, I suppose. Except for that chest. That looks very fantasy game, and the runes on the floor there. That hybrid. Totally not Dune. Totally not taking inspiration from Dune. Like AO. Oh, a pumpkin head in the water. And the gear window. Yeah, it does seem there's some similarities there, isn't there? I might look at it, yeah. I might look at it. ICC on the old engine. Yeah, it's I don't normally crash in ICC on the new engine. I get random crashes, you know, and there doesn't seem to be any continuity to them, so it's hard to identify what the issue actually is. But it don't half look better. I think the main reason at first I started using it was you could run at higher resolutions, you see. And I went over to 1440p back in 2012. I was running at 1440p. And of course, Anarchy wouldn't go that high, so. Or more accurately, the artificial limit wouldn't let it go that high. But Dream fixed that with AOIA, and then DG Voodoo 2 fixes the issue as well. 2 different ways of doing it. Both work well as well. The thing with the shader plugin, which is Quint's thing. Show you now. So this is what it's seeing. And adding. Also, it turns most things into a light source, but it can't differentiate between the GUI and the game. Ambient inclusion. That's a shader. I'm just using reshade. Good old reshade. Making games look better since whenever that came out. Yeah, the way that AO works, though, even in the DX9 engine, is good shades on your shade. And do as you do, have 4 up at the same time on a 4K screen. Yeah, that works. I tend to only ever play one character at a time, so... I'm just going to run through now. Talk to the NPC. Even with the global lighting switched off, it's still overly bright in Penumbra. One whose mind is riddled. Let's go talk to him. I don't think these follow this far anyway. At least, I hope not. If they do, that's not good. One whose mind is riddled. There we go. I've talked to all of them now. That's why you need shades. Aye. Right, go to Shivering Pete. Okay then. I will. So I'm going to talk to Shivering Pete, and then it's time for Two-Time Maloney. We'll have pet profs paired with non-pet profs with a quick alt-tab to let those pets have a go. Yeah. Makes sense. Have I got light turned off? I thought I had. It looks so bright, I'm wondering now. Let's have a look. Right, so, Penumbra light. Yeah, the sun is setting. Turn global off and it's actually easier on the eyes. Go, you are running. Yes, I forgot to save in the garden, which would have made it a damn sight faster. But I also want to get a Doja while I'm here, you know. My dock is the tank for my MP since a Okay. One way of doing it, yeah, docks can kind of tank most stuff. Do you remember when there was fall damage? Yes, I do. I remember when Newland Grid spawned you at the top of the skybox, and when you gridded into Newland by the lake, you fell to your death. You died of fall damage. Yep, I do remember it. It didn't get turned off until after Shadowlands released. When they just decided, well, that's a quicker way of fixing it than actually fixing it. Fixing the geometry. So they just disabled fall damage. Exiting out of Rome sometimes glitch, put you in the Ark playfield. Don't actually remember that being a thing, but I do remember people getting in the Ark playfield that shouldn't have been there. I remember that being a thing. Down leveling. Don't remember that. I remember losing XP meant that was it, but you couldn't go backwards on levels. I remember asking a GM to de-level the thing. Quest retake exploit. Some quests are repeatable. But whenever someone said, oh, I found this exploit, I used to go, I don't want to know. That's usually my response. Yeah, okay, but I don't want to know. Yeah, I'm just going to tell it. Doesn't matter. I don't want to know. Well, you die that while you're there, and yeah. Then you just teleport back to where you last saved anyway. I've been to the Ark playfield more than once, so I'm good. More fun going there when, you know, you're supposed to be there. Oh, getting there accidentally and being like, where the hell am I? Yeah, I can imagine. It'd be rather confusing. Yeah, I remember a lot of things being a thing. You've been there more than once. What, to the Ark playfield? Yeah, I've been there a few times. They used to do the Ark tours to the Ark playfield. I always used to go. And then I applied to Ark back in the day. And I went there for an interview. So, you know. And then more recently, we did the memorial stream from there. And then went there a second time because one of the Arks said, oh, I could see the potential of the new engine in the playfield. I'm just, you know, with all your tweaks and reshades and whatnot, I'll give you a private tour just so you can record it and upload a video. So I did. And then somebody posted a comment on the video like, you're not supposed to be in there, and even posting a video from inside there is against the, you're going to get banned. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about, you numpty? Who would be stupid enough to go there when you're not supposed to, post a video about it when you're not supposed to, with their own main character there, and expect not to get banned? Yeah, but that isn't the case. I was invited to come there on a private tour and record it, all of it, and make a video of it. That's why they asked me to come. Why they took time out of their day to give me the actual tour. You know, like in all the footage, there's an Ark chatting to me doing the tour. Nuts. Some people, it's like they watch something and yet they haven't watched it. And you're just sort of like, wait, what? Remember, yes, Challenger buffing your weapon skills, and there was no OE. And Challenger stacks with a wrangle. So you got low-level agents sticking on quality 200 caterwalls or whatever. And then getting a wrangle, draining, plus wrangle, plus Challenger. And then equipping the weapon. And there was no OE. Yeah, that was kind of bonkers. Those days, do you remember when you could hot swap implants? Because I do. I remember when that was just the normal way of doing, you know, laddering implants, just by clicking them into place without removing one first. You could go way higher on implants back then. But that was just how it worked, and then they got rid of it. Right, I am coming towards Two-Time Maloney. If you're still there, antidote, we haven't fallen asleep. Because it took so bloody long to get here. Sitting here, right, I've got to go in and talk to him, and then as soon as I do, just kill him and then run away. Because he explodes on you. I think the quick way of doing this is actually going to be just sneaking. And before the overflow window, you could bypass multi-range by filling your inventory. I remember people doing it as well. They've not done anything to it other than a couple of tiny little things, I think, since it launched. So I would say technically no, not really. They ain't doing much with it, put it that way. I think it was Monsieur was working on it part-time and still does, but it's like voluntarily doing a couple of hours a month or something like that these days, I think. I don't know. Because even after they said, oh, the game is now effectively in maintenance mode, no further development, we got, after that, we got the 2 extra dungeons, you know. I mean, okay, they're using some of the older dungeons to do it, but, I mean, that just saves time on building them, doesn't it? It means they don't have to develop a whole new playfield to set everything in. You just copy and paste the one that exists and modify it a bit, like they did with the subway and the temple. They still created new loot, new debuffs and tactics and stuff you needed for, you know, to fight anything in there. Yeah, the new engine does look good. I mean, that new subway is hard. Yeah, well, Eumenides is a pretty tough fight. I think he's like one of him and probably the end boss in Pyramid of Home. The actual end boss inside the dungeon, the big Abma, is actually quite easy compared to sort of Eumenides. Virgil in there was quite hard till everybody figured out just stand in the doorway and the ads spawn inside the doorway. And you don't, but when we were there on Test Live trying to figure out how to beat them, you know, dying God knows how many times. Because it's Test Live, it's like, yeah, it's alright. Okay, we ready? I'm not going to stay and fight him, I'm going to hide. I'm here to pay respects from your partner. Yeah, something. Goodbye. Get him. Run away. Don't forget the Omnitech detonator. You farm some spirits. I've got a few, yeah. What I might do is do a load of Vortex. And just rack up a ton of beaters and wait until then to upgrade. Turning 2-time Maloney into 2-time baloney. And yeah, well, it works for me. Well, there is a baloney, isn't there? But yeah. Baloney became a slang for someone talking rubbish kind of a thing, didn't it? Right, my lad's actually gone to bed now, so we're gonna have to ASMR the rest of the stream. I can't really be shouting, etc., because, you know, I will wake him up. You got gases. You know, let's wait until the bomber goes off. To kaboom! Thank you for choosing Omnitech detonators. I love that. Thanks. I don't need any more help now until Alapa, which is probably that's going to need like an entire team, I think. Usually goes a lot better with a full team. less chance of failure with, you know, Enforcer, Doc, Crap, Engie, Soldier, you know, that kind of... You go in there, like, you know, tank, all kind of, like, tanked up like that, yeah. It's quite a quick run that way. The only thing you can't change the speed of is the thing, baby mode. Yeah. I've soloed it on Shade, I've soloed it on Fixer, soloed it on Soldier. Don't think I've ever bothered trying on MP, but I suppose it could do. I think any 220 could do it, but you do need to be very focused on the walking back part. You know, you've only got to get it slightly wrong and Sheila dies and that's it, the whole thing resets on you. But, you know, the mobs in there are no problem at higher levels. Yeah, Christmas Eve, I think it was. I was bored at home. Kind of kids in bed kind of thing. And I thought, oh, I'll try and solo it. And I did, and shoulders and something dropped. And I free-for-alled it because it was, you know, it's Christmas, isn't it? Yeah, it's like, yeah, if you keep the girl alive, you're golden. Yay, there we go. Spec 4 completed. Yeah, before overflow, you could bypass multi-melee, multi-range check. Not going to tell you how, but the overflow got rid of that. It was a glitch. It was naughty. I never used it, but I know people who did. Like level 150-ish players that wanted 2 Electrium. Is it Electriums or something? Yeah, putting 2 of them on. Back in the day. But it was a very naughty. Alright, gonna watch my NCU. See if I can sneak along here. Right, I'm in a fuss and faff with all the aggro. Something comes in your NCU about, here's a good place to dig. I'm sure it's the... Yeah, there we go. Yay! Yeah, it's all quite doable, so, you know. Yeah, if you're trying to get your level 160 through it, you're probably best doing a lapper with, you know, a bunch of higher levels. I found the tube. You want that? And that. Bling! 178. Sure thing, what's next? Always happy to help. I'll head off to bed. Thank you, Antidote! I'm glad you're feeling better now as well. I don't think we'll get to the end of the quest on this stream. I haven't got enough volunteers. And also, it is getting late, so... It's like gone 10 o'clock my time, so... Right, Danny Sawyer time. Core scope, I would love to help, but I don't have a computer at the minute. Oh no. Nothing. What, are you watching on your phone or Skimmerler? Or on TV even, you can watch it now, can't you? Most modern TVs. Yeah, PCs are expensive. Man, you don't need much of a PC to play AO on, to be fair. You gotta think, I'm playing on a laptop but I don't have AO on it. Yeah, and then there's all these sorting your prefs out on high-level characters takes ages as well. It's like, oh god, I've lost my prefs. It's that sort of... Especially on ones like Agent or something. Oh, Jesus. Hours of work. Always keep your prefs backed up. Yeah, even a very basic graphics card will run AO. Yes, that is going to be handy. Cents per 10. You must always end up needing that. For one thing or another. Right, so it's go kill things now, isn't it? Yeah, okay. The things we were killing for Dojas earlier on are one of them, which is handy. I think we just go directly there. Maybe do this kill stage and then call it a night, I think. Because the rest is running like halfway, well, literally all the way north, all the way south, 4 times. So he's like running virtually all of Penumbra. I think it's the same on the Omni side as well. I have to run all the way north. Talk to an NPC there who sends me all the way back down here to where Danny Sawyer is to do a mission, which is only a fetch mission. So you go flying through that mission and then you've got to run all the way back to the top end of the map with that. Then all the way back to Danny Sawyer again. Because it's like there and back and there and back and there and back. It's like, oh my god. Intel's integrated. Yeah, it doesn't play nice with AO, but it, you know, compared to 2001, it's not that bad. I think if you run it with DG Voodoo on an Intel integrated, it actually runs fairly well. But if you're running AO on a laptop, anything with integrated graphics, even if it's got like, you know, on-die graphics on the chip, and then for it wants to use that, even if you've got a laptop that's got, you know, a dedicated gaming GPU built in. But DG Voodoo is really good because that does tend to fix it. It accepts that it is in fact a game because it's running DirectX 11. Or 10, or, you know, whereas the old engine, especially, most laptops, even if you go into NVIDIA Inspector and all of that, it doesn't always trigger the Windows system to accept it and start using it as, you know, treating it as a game title. Because there's no entry in NVIDIA drivers for Anarchy Online. Which is why I associate it with a different thing, but it doesn't always trigger it. Some systems it'll do it, and others it won't. So I think it's the Windows environment itself that has a kind of influence on it. But what that is, I don't know, and I think it's different in most. You know, each case seems to have its own unique whatever. So yeah. Steam Deck works perfectly, one problem, hard to get used to. Yeah, without a keyboard and mouse, I bet it is. I'm not one for playing games on small screens though. I like, no, bigger the better, you know. I like it to fill, you know, my vision. Run around. Yeah, I can imagine, yeah. I've never got an AO to run with a controller, but apparently you can with a bit of, you know, convincing it that forward key is the forward on the joystick. things like that. But I'm sure you could play AO with like an Xbox controller and with a little bit of work, like auto hotkey kind of deal or something. Where are the white dryads at? Let's sneak in and see what we can find. Connected my Steam Deck into the TV and it uses it as a controller. Ah, right. Better to do pen instance on RTX. Yep. Yeah, ray tracing isn't something that NVIDIA invented. Pixar used it. The Last Starfighter used it. It's just tracing how light bounces naturally to make something look more real. What NVIDIA did was come up with their own way of doing it and then built hardware into their graphics cards that does it for you. Steam version can be controlled by a joystick. Oh, well, there you go. It might need some form of interface layer, but it can do it. Yeah, I mean, I've got like entry level 30 series card, and I tell you what, before that I had a GTX 980, which is kind of overkill for AO, but when you try to run reshade ray tracing shader on it, it hammered it. But with the 3060, barely notice it. It might drop 3 or 4 frames. But it's not actually using the ray tracing cores on the GPU to do it. But when you play Cyberpunk, things like that, it's great. DLSS2 and, you know, the shaders really are something else. It's hard to explain how much more real it seems when you're playing the game. Something that can tank AO is RAM. Yeah, Mrs Caloss2 system's only got 4 gig of RAM. it runs, but even the old engine, but a whole system runs poorly. Imagine how... Well, you're looking at it. This is ray tracing. It's just not NVIDIA ray tracing. Yeah. Ray trace global illumination by Quint. So, watch the snow when have I got a buff I can... Yeah, if I buff myself, just watch the snow near me. Probably can't see it that well, but it is subtle. Okay, the lighting channel. That's odd. Right, let's have the ray length higher. Try now. Shows up more with heels and things like that. Go back to normal so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, some heel nanos tend to do it. No, I've shown it on stream before. It depends what class you're on. Some nanos will trigger it, some won't. Yeah, those don't. But others will. You do actually see it bouncing. I'll show you on Keeper or anything like that, and you can see the light bouncing off walls. You can see it on mission terminals and... There's Quint on default. And you see it bouncing off there. There you go. I think I'd done something weird with the, I reset it back to default. I think I might have moved the slider in the wrong direction somehow. So hang on, let's buff ourselves again. Okay, so we want to see light coming off there, don't we? Yep, there we go. Actual light bounce. Depends on the surface as well. It doesn't always quite work. It sees light sources where there aren't any, and in that it's the way the Anarchy's game engine works. It trips it up. You run it with anything like Portal or something like that, and it works. It doesn't look like the new Portal version they've released, but you look, I don't know if you'll see it on stream, but it's that yellow was bouncing off that tree as well. It's what it interprets as light sources within Anarchy's engine, because the way the engine's written is just weird. So it kind of sees, you know, like nanos and stuff in the GUI as light sources, even though they're not, you know? I mean, it's bouncing off the floor there. Best place to see it is in Pand. Works pretty well in on Rubicar, in Tyr and places like that. We've got a nice flat surface. In the mission building, there's emissive lights there. Same in, if you go in the Borealis shops, look up at the big blue crystal in the nano section with the RT on. You can see it's actually the light from it is hitting the walls, casting shadows and all sorts. Shader cannot add a light source. Yeah, but it treats objects as a light source. You see the little light up behind it there? Like, I've got global lighting turned off as well, don't forget, so. If I turn it back on, we go back to... Okay, what am I on now? Demons of Water. Yeah, the shader does add them. So, how many rays? 3. Okay, well, Let's go for 20. It does tank your performance though, because it's not using the ray trace cores. It's doing it with rasterization. And it gets confused about what is and isn't a light source. See the red from the mouse cursor over there. And the text, the floating text triggers it as well. Yeah, it's a vertex. But it does, I mean, ray tracing is just interpreting that as well. So the light off the nanos is falling all over the place. But it gets confused in AO about what is and isn't a light source. Like, the Crap Pet suitcase is a light source. They added a light source to it to make it look metallic. We're guessing. Which is why it looks bizarre in the new engine, where it's treated as a light source. I mean, you'd have to go into the game code and actually code what's a light source and what isn't to do ray tracing the way NVIDIA do it. Yay, Doja! Finally. Yeah, RTX is a trick though, Core Scope. It just computates how light would behave given the surfaces that are there. No, it is a trick. NVIDIA said it's a trick. But it's not like rasterization, which is a totally different thing. It is doing, it's computationally figuring out how light bounces and how many, you can decide how many times it bounces, where it bounces based on, you know, a set of laws of physics or what have you. But it is a trick. I know NVIDIA's marketing makes it sound like the holy grail, blah, blah, but yeah, not really. It looks awesome. It is cool, you know, but... I mean, it's not computationally figuring out trillions of photons paths. It's taking, you know, 50 or 60 and then smoothing it out. You should use it. It looks bloody awesome. Right. Frost demons now. Never, they're always all up your arse when you don't want them and never around when you do. Right, I'm going to fight this in the lighting channel. But it thinks things that are part of the GUI you see on the right and the left, it thinks they're that. The reason you've got that light coming out of the walls and stuff at the sides is because they're designated as light sources within the game. But it can't tell the difference between the GUI and the game. And that's just how AO is made. You know, you've got to remember how old AO is. And how things were quite different when they were making it compared to modern engines now. I mean, games like... you can see the difference when you play something like Cyberpunk. People go, oh, it doesn't look that different. No, it does. You get it on a monitor in front of you, not a compressed YouTube video. You can see the difference. I mean, if I fire up Portal or Half-Life 2, it looks pretty amazing in that. They're only DX9 games, but they were written in DX9, so the light sources in that are hard-coded as light sources, not the way they did it with AO. There were less toys to play with when they built it. I mean, do you remember the old video they used to have? I downloaded it because they actually set it to private. They got rid of it. And it was the engine teaser trailer. But actually, I think it was Master Blaster told me. What they'd done is import the game into the Ogre engine. And it worked, but it worked at like 2 or 3 FPS. It just couldn't handle it, you know? So the video you see is actually the game running, you know, almost like stop motion. I've still got that video. And you can tell because the water's reflective, and we don't have that, and the lighting is different. You can see it. Yeah, they spent years trying to get it to work on Ogre and then just abandoned it, unfortunately, and then used this instead. If they could have got it to run properly and, you know, on Ogre, it would have looked better, but it just didn't. Only have to kill 3 of these before we return to Danny Sawyer. Yay! Let me see if I can find that video. No, stop breaking everything. Right, okay. I remember downloading it back when you could download from YouTube quite painlessly. Where did I put it? I think it's in this folder. You guys can't see it. I'm just looking through folders trying to find something. Now that video they took down because it's showing a game engine that we didn't get, so, you know, I guess just being cautious. I know I've got it somewhere. Just got to remember what the hell file folder I put it into. What's this? No. Did I rename it? I hope I called it something I can find. I've got a feeling I didn't. Yeah, back in the day, yeah. No, let's get this guy somewhere safe and I'll carry. I'll see if I can find it for you. Because I remember I was watching the trailer for the engine, and I got into the beta for the engine. I was really excited to see it, you know, oh, AO with, you know, looking like that. And then I logged in, went, oh, okay, let's have a look at the settings. Maybe I need to tweak things, and then realised, no, this is a different engine, this. You know. See, at the moment, I've got that ray trace plugin is kind of, you know, set to kind of ridiculous levels to try and show it, but I usually have it set quite subtly. So I can have it more the ambient occlusion than anything else, and not have the massive hit to performance. See, it's going overkill. It's illuminating from, like, the health bar is casting light over here, and you know what I mean. It works up to a point with Anarchy Online, and then gets a bit broken, I guess. Should have saved in the garden, but I didn't. Even though I picked up an insignia to do so. We'll be okay, folks, don't you worry. Yeah. No. Fly, you fools. Okay, as soon as we zone, I'll resume looking for it. Okay. How long ago did I download it? That might be the... It might not even be in that parent folder. I was still using Shadowplay for capture. It could be in there. God, I keep older junk for too long. Oh, there we go. Right. So this is the old video they put out. At the time, this is what they were doing. See, that's not what we've got now. Look how far the grass kind of goes. I mean, there's a... They're kind of masking it. Like, there's a... You can probably see it on the stream. There's kind of a grid over the whole thing. Look at the atmospherics. You see all that wind? That's not what we got. This is the Ogre engine. Look at the romper bar sign. It's lit. See the water in tier? Yeah. So it was a different engine they were using at that time. Yeah, that apparently someone who was part of that development team told me that. They were using the Ogre engine at the time, but it ran like complete crap. God, I hoard crap. I hoard stuff on the computer worse than I think most people do. You think my inventory's a mess? You should see the file system I use on my computer. Kidnap Vab and just make him do it. Yeah. It's like hardly anybody that originally built AO is still working for Funcom anymore. You know, they've just, it's 20 years. They've, you know, stuff's changed. They've gone on. They've got different jobs, living in different countries, some of them, you know. The trouble was with this beta engine, it got passed over to Janelle. And Janelle's thing was just like, yeah, whatever, just run round and play the game. We were like, well, what are we looking for? What's the reporting? There was no any kind of organisation at all, and you had to, if you wanted to level up and look at, you know, oh, I want to go to Inferno and look there. It was like, well, you're gonna have to level up, farm Inferno boots parts, and do it. It was like, oh, no, well. So in like 9 months or so of being in the beta with Janelle running it, literally nothing happened. I think I got a character as far as like level 80 or something, and I was just really frustrated with the way it was, this beta was being run. And then Janelle suddenly left, or was pushed or left, I don't know. And Major took over, and on the beta forums, people said, could we not have auto from like Test Live so we can get on and look in different areas and make sure things are working? And in a week, there was more fixes, more tweaks, more everything than pretty much the entirety of the whole beta before it in 1 week. Forum suddenly sprung into life, you know? And there was a lot of back and forth on it as well. Right, Danny Sawyer. I am back from the hunt. Oh, I was expecting an... oh, we did get XP. I was expecting more. But okay, right, I'm going to park this guy on Rubicar. So I'm going to use that beacon there. Yeah, I think maybe there was it might have been a licensing thing. It was that and the fact that it ran like crap. So there you go. You can see the light coming off this. Let's go to... coming from lamps and things. So it is adding emissive light to things. See? Bouncing off the back of there. Even these lights at the back. So it is doing light bouncing. It doesn't do it anything like as well as, you know, real RTX in a DX12 title. I mean, you know where I am, but this is what it's doing and nothing else. See the buff aura around the dogs? That's emissive light. It's bouncing off the back of that cloak. Even though he's low poly in comparison to a modern game. No, you can see it. So you've got an aura running. If I get somewhere near him, it fires again, it'll hit me. It's bouncing off the wall there and onto the character. So if we go back, yeah. Now if I turn it off, it is doing it. Not as well as like, let's call it real RTX or Nvidia's RTX, but it is most definitely doing it. So there you go. It wasn't easy to show you in Penumbra because there's not a lot of technology in Penumbra for it to... He's like, there's no lights I can show you here. We're in the wilderness. What's the name? Right. It's Quint _ RTX. Let's see if I can find a quick link for it. It is a... there's a paywall on it, like a Patreon. And so you just pay once and then cancel it and you've got it, you know. Unless you want to help the guy out. I mean, he's doing this off his own back. It's on GitHub as well, apparently, but we want to download something weird from there. Quint's Reshade Forum. Oh, not working. That's where I got it from anyway. Just did his Patreon for a month and called it a day. The problem is with Reshade, that if it detects network traffic, it assumes you're playing, you know, an FPS, Fortnite, something like that. So as an anti-cheat feature, it switches it off. It switches off your shader. Because you could be using it to make, you know, your opposing players or whatever into a light source and cheat. So they implemented that, but someone I know went, let me have a look at the DLL file. And I went, oh, there you go. And he goes, there you go, fixed it. There's someone on the Discord altered the DLL file so it would just work. So there you go. Without, you know, because I'm not using it to cheat, I'm using it to play a game. It just happens to be a game that's online. You know, I'm not gaining an advantage, I'm just gaining better looking game, that's it. So yeah. Right, is anybody else streaming Anarchy online at the moment? Let's take a quick look over here. It's me and then Zeph Law. I don't know who Zeph Law is. A quick look at them. I am the Zeph Law. Okay, we'll go raid this dude. Let's give him a shock. Are we ready, everyone? Hopefully he's alright with being raided. Everybody pile in and go say hi. I don't know what he's like. He's playing the game anyway. Good enough for me. I think I can hear kids in the background. Okay, we're going to go raid. I will see you all on Friday. And of course Saturday for the Aliens raid. Looking forward to that. So thanks a lot all. And I will see you when I see you. Okay, bye for now.
Do a test. Oh,